and I'm joined by Matthias and Colby. How you lads doing this evening?
Good.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Good to hear. Now, Matt, last week you didn't manage to finish.
No.
What happened, mate?
Just lost it on a curve. I got collected by somebody behind me. I can't remember who now, but normally just a bit of a spin and I could have carried on, but just got slammed in the back. But it is what it is. It was my fault for clipping the curb. But hopefully I get to avoid that today.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just posting the link into Discord. And Colby, you also didn't finish.
Didn't finish what?
Last week.
I wasn't racing last week.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, you went to France, didn't you? How was your trip?
It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, yeah. Worth it. If you haven't been, definitely go Paris.
But how are you two feeling for Imola for this evening?
Just hoping for a dry race.
I think we all are.
Yeah, and gonna have to be careful on the corners, avoid taking penalties because I know there's a lot of corners where they easily pick them up. So yeah.
Yeah, turns I think 11 and 12, and
Yeah,
nasty.
And you've got the little chicane.
Yeah, the chicanes are awful.
I, on the other hand, hope it rains. I hope we get a mixture of weather. Put some strategies into play, you know.
Ooh.
Who jumps on softs first, or who jumps on wets first, you know. Been too long since we've had either a full wet race or a full dry race, so yeah.
Interesting. As we get a couple of comments coming through, Cami says, wrong title, Tut Tut Ninja, I expect better.
Yeah,
what? Oh, I put it as, I set it to Imola. Oh.
You asked us if we're ready.
Yeah. Colin, you can't even talk. You're racing, you're not even in the comms box with me. This guy says weird look in China. Yeah, I know, I made a mistake again. Shush, leave me be. But yeah, how are your setups feeling? If you've had a chance.
Just before we came on, I think for me it's just I need to be solid in the corners to not to pick up penalties. I'm not going to be the fastest, so my fastest time was just under a 1:15, at 1:49. So if I just be consistent with that, then I'll be fine.
Clayton's asking how it has practice gone for you two.
I only practiced yesterday, and I managed to find out which corners give the most penalties until I got disqualified. So I think
well done.
I know what not to do anymore.
It's a short run into the pits as well.
Yeah, it's an awkward. The last corner is quite awkward as well.
The last two for me are awkward. I can never get the speed right through the first one and then follow it through into the last one. But hey ho. I'm actually excited for today's race, I'll be honest. Very excited. Hopefully there's no crashes into turn 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
that's lap 1, but
it's gonna be that's gonna be a bit of an awkward one. Battle
places racing today. I've had a really good battle with him last season here. Went
yeah.
all the way to the last lap, so
yeah.
hopefully we can repeat that as well. Give a bit of show.
That was quite a nice race, from what I remember.
It wasn't nice for Armin towards the end, but
same for me and Ronan. We were teammates last season, and I think both races so far this season, our qualifying, we've been on it the same as each other, very close.
Yeah, I gotta say, teams this season are very, very well matched.
Is this the fourth race? This is, isn't it? Oh, third.
Third.
Yeah.
Kami says, as long as I don't have 2 drive-thrus on lap 1, I'll be happy. Kami, watch the lights, mate. That's all I can say. Just watch the lights and you'll be fine.
Just count to 10 as soon as the first red light comes on, and then just go when you hit 10. Can never go wrong.
Colin says, don't expect much from me, Colby. Colin, I've seen your times, and I've seen how quick you are. And Tom Taylor says Sky is going to bin it, as per usual. But yeah, how are you all thinking about the calendar?
Good. I'd love to see more street races, but I know it's difficult for it to be clean. We can't just do Monaco and then Baku and Saudi Arabia.
Well, we have got Baku on the circuit.
Yeah. It's a nice mix.
Yeah, it is a very, very nice mix. Any tracks you're looking forward to? Any tracks you're not really fond of?
Austria.
Well, China, but we've done that one now.
Yeah, China's out the way.
I'm not a fan of Shanghai.
I would say Monza as well. Raced Monza in a while.
Monza is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's alright. Canada, because I don't feel like I've ever finished in Canada, thanks to Scotty. And Austria.
Austria's going to be...
I like Austria. I can get into the 103s. So I like Austria. But
not a bad time for Austria.
Nice last three laps for Great Britain, Austria and Portugal. Quite nice ones.
Yeah, there are great tracks to round off F1 2021 and Season 4.
Surprised with no France.
See, we've had France, the calendar, for a couple seasons now. So we just thought, yeah. We got Belgium thrown in the mix.
Yeah. Return of Belgium.
I think every time I race Spa, it rains. So I think I've done a dry race.
Well,
I low-key hope we get so good with driving with each other, we can ask for Monaco for one of the seasons.
Oh, I would love that.
That's gonna be a no-go from Mr. Dangle, I think.
Don't worry, we'll talk him into it.
Well, you pay him the right amount of money, maybe he can. Yeah.
One can only dream, I suppose.
Right, we've got 17 of our drivers in and me in the comms box. The reserves for this evening, as I've already noticed, Sky and Mechanical are in. And ODD Wicken as well in the Aston Martin. So, lads, if you wanna jump out and sort out what you gotta do, you're more than welcome to.
You made it sound so lonely that you're on your own in comms box. I'm more than happy to stay with you. I'll give you the first person commentary.
I mean,
I'll put my racing music on.
I'll get my dog to be barking throughout the whole race. I tried that once and I was just singing throughout and I just lost it somewhere at the corner. I'm sure it just doesn't work like that.
Just be a safety car and you'll be vibing.
Right. Well, Mateus, good luck, mate.
You too, mate. Good luck.
yeah, Matt, good luck.
Cheers, boys.
So, as Matt leaves us, I'm now joined by Colby, who's going to give us a first-person's view of Imola.
You're joking, mate. I'm not doing that. That will put me off. The only thing I'll say to you is, Ninja, I'm crashing. And you probably won't even see that, so...
No.
Right, good luck commentating. And,
Yeah, good luck for you.
Good luck to everybody
Good
else
luck to...
racing.
Right, I'll speak to you in a bit. And that was Colby. So, here we are at Imola, with 4 minutes till qualifying starts. We'll go through the driver standings here in Tier 2 as of now. So far, Aidan Gray is at the front, followed by Cami. Aljabo and Matthias are tied in third. Schnitzy is in 5th, Colby 6th, Paranoid 7th, with Armin tied in 7th as well. Red Dog in 9th, Nico Rosberg in 10th, Matey Boy in 11th, Jacket, Clay and Kieran in 12th, Scotty 15 in 15th, Ronan Saurus in 16th, Cameron Porter in 17th, 18th we've got Warrior Huntsman, 19th we've got Joseph Hadas, and 20th Henke. A couple of those drivers not here for this evening. We've got Henke out, Joseph and Huntsman, and we're just waiting on 3 more drivers with 3 minutes remaining. And Mechanical says, got a sandbag tonight, don't want to help Alpine. Well, no, you've got to... And Blue says, Colin, I'll remember this. So, yeah. Very, very interesting. People are having their own conversations in the comments. Oh. But yeah, here at Imola we've got 18 corners. We've got a couple of chicanes. One being turns 2, 3 and 4. Then we've got 14 and 15. And then we've got the double left-hander of 17 and 18 to round off the lap. We've got a nice run down to turn 1. All the way towards chicane of 2, 3 and 4. Then we go up towards the next chicane of 5 and 6, round the hairpin of 7, then the slight right-hander of 8, the right-hander of 9, the left-hander of 9, sorry, the left-hander of 10, the right-hander of 11th, 12 and 13, a tricky little section going uphill towards 14 and 15, and then all the way to the last penultimate, all the way to the last couple of corners. Couple nice, well, not really nice corners, as drivers can make little mistakes. But we have got the overpowered DRS straight going towards turn 1. As we should have the ready up coming up now soon. Let me quickly... We're just waiting on one more driver and then we will be getting started. No Kieran as of yet, but we have got a couple more comments coming through. As we now have the ready up for everyone to start, get going. That didn't make sense. As everyone gets going for qualifying. Who will make it on top? And what will the weather be like? Is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be sunny? Or is it going to be mixed conditions? We've got a couple more people joining in. Good evening, one and all. As we now get going, and I haven't turned my volume up. Give me 1 second. No wonder why I couldn't hear anything. As everyone picks their tyre allocations. As we got a couple more people coming in. Good evening, everybody. Nothing from CDR Kieran as of yet. As Armin says, hi guys. Good evening, Armin. How are you doing? That's a bit better. Who's going to be the first one out? Ooh, Scotty 15 in the Alpines looking ready to come out. And yeah, this is engineers. And here we go. All right from Mechanical. Thank you very much, Colin. Scotty 15 now makes his way around the circuit up towards 5 and 6 we go. As we get a couple more comments coming through. Kieran, you didn't change the name again, Dan. I know, Kieran, you're the 7th person to point it out. Shush. Sorry, everybody. As we come up to turns 11 and 12, the uphill little section. Steve. I'm not even going to bother anymore. As we come up to turns 14 and 15. Into 17. 18. And now Scotty is on his fastest lap. Fastest lap, he's now on his fast lap. As we go to the run down towards turn 1. No, this is turn 3. And what will... Whoa, slow coming out of 5 and 6, and it's a 24.830 for Scott in the first sector, and with clean air right in front of him. As Steve says, good luck all. Sorry, I'm not around at the moment. Steve, You just focus on yourself and get better, mate. As we come towards 14 and 15 with Scott. And I missed his second sector time. So we'll now go on with Colby with it. Mechanical just behind him. As we come up to that uphill section of 12-13 as Scott posts a 117 flat. Colby not getting rid of Mechanical. And Jack Slater 16.652 to take P1 for the moment. Red Dog comes in with a 17.057. Colby comes in with a 15.614. Aiden Gray a 15.966. Mechanical a 16.140. And Armin plays at the front with a 115.572. With Camimo setting a 116.598. El Jobbo, a Snitsy and El Jobbo post the exact same time. A 115.789. And I do not like how it's in order. As we've got Matey Boy in the Mercedes with a 116.982. And why is Paranoid going so slowly? Ah, he is invalidated. Will he have enough fuel to carry on? Yes, he does. As we now go on board with him and see how his first sector pays off. Into 5 and 6. And it's a 24.657 for Paranoid. As we've got a couple more comments coming through. And Steve says, come on, Clay. Clay, come on, out you come. As Paranoid now comes towards 12 and 13. What is his sector 2 time? A 50.522. As Kieran says, I hate this track. Spear and a smoke before I do a lap. And why not? As Clay's retired. Coming out of turn 3. Ooh. That's strange. Will Scotty 15 be able to give me a little view before? No, he does not. As Paranoid comes in with a 16.182. Aiden Gray a 10th up on his second flying lap. We're in the car number 15. And Steve says, Clay, no. As Aiden comes round the last corner. And what time will he put in? A 15.575. 3 thousandths away from Armin. As I now go on board with Cameron Porter, who posts a 24.460 in the first sector. Wearing a brightly coloured helmet. A lot of greens, purples and blues mixing into each other very, very well. As we come into 12.13. And it's a 50.198 in the second sector. As Cammy says, for my first lap on the game in a week, I'll take that. I had no practice at all, so rusty as... And I'm not saying the last word. As we come up to the last corner with Cameron now. And it's a 114.539. Puts Armin to second. And we got Ronan Taurus who set a 24.554 in the first sector. With Mechanical getting out of his way. Mechanical in 7th. I think he's pretty safe at the moment. And it's a 50.492 in the second sector for Ronan. As we come up to turn 17 and 18. And it's a 115.992 for Ronansaurus. Puts Mechanical into P8. As we have Sky on his outlap. Kieran still in the pits, but Nico Rosberg coming up to turns 3, 4. No, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, that's right. We've got Nico Rosberg now coming up to turns 12, 13 and 14. Into 14 and 15. That was 11, 12, 13. We go into 16, which is a little movement from left to right before we go into 17 and 18 as Ronan goes up to P5. And it's a 116.1, not bad from Nico Rosberg. As we got Matthias now on a lap with Matey Boy not far behind him, but it is Sky who posts a 24.328 in the first sector. It's the quickest first sector I've seen so far. As we now come up 2 turns 11. As Clay says, was on an outlap, just adjusted my diff, etc. Looked behind as a car was coming, hit the curb and DNF'd. Well done, Clay. Well done. And it's a 50.283. And he invalidates at 15. Not a place where you want to invalidate after purple in the first and the second sector. As Matthias sets up 24.444. Come on now, Matt. As we come up to turn 10 with Matthias, 11, 12, 13. And how did that not invalidate? And it's a 50.695 for the Mercedes driver of Matthias in the second sector as we come up to the last couple of corners. And it's a 116 flat for Matthias, puts in P12. At the minute in the drop zone, we've got Matey Boy, ODD Wiccan, Kieran and Sky. As Kieran sets a 24.440 in the first sector, and he's coming up to turn 10. Let's go on board with him. I love these hybrid cars with the twin turbos. As Kieran sets a 50.301 in the second sector. Just hearing the turbos, the electrical energy. I just find it amazing. Just sit back and listen to it as we come up to the last corner with Kieran. As Cammy goes into the pits, as Kieran clips the wall. And it's a 15.799. ODD Wiccan now on a lap, 50.570 as we come into 14 and 15. As we come to the last corner with ODD Wiccan. And it's a 15.998 8 for Wigan. And we're just waiting on Kieran to set a lap. Does he have the time and fuel to do it? Jesus, a 52.377 in the second sector. Kieran is moving. As Matey Boy's now on his out lap, so Red Dog's on a fast lap. And what will he do in the first sector? We've come through 5, 6. Here's a 10th and a, well, 1 point, yeah, just over a 10th and a half quicker in the first sector. Has he got a helmet? Yes, yes he has. As we come up to turn 12 and 13. And who is that in front of him? It's Cameron Poulter in P1. So miss Red Dog's sector 2 time, and ODD Wicken a 15.273 in the second half of Q1. As Red Dog's now trying, as Red Dog invalidates. As Mechanical now on a lap behind his teammate. As El Jobbo posts a 15.088. Goes quicker than ODD Wicken. As Collins just under a 10th slower. As Nico Rosberg's out. That's probably in the pits, no? Yeah, that's in the pits. And what is... Colby set in. Colby not very much quicker. What about Colin? As they are in a bit of a DRS train. And so far we've got Jack Slater, Red Dog, Matey Boy and Kieran all in the drop zone, with Clay not making it past the third corner. As well, just stick on board with Matey Boy till he gets to the line. And he sets a 1:16.2, puts in P16. But can he go that extra little bit quicker to knock out Scotty 15? As Matthias now starts his fresh lap. And probably his final lap. No, minute 44. No, he's got about 30 seconds to spare. As we got Aiden and Ronan Armand out. That is in the pit. As we got Matthias recharging by the looks. Yeah. Thinking, no, I'm just gonna take a steady pace to get going. And we got Jack Slater coming up to turn 10 with not very much ERS left. As he comes round 13 and up the hill. And he's slower. 3,100 slower. Whereas he needs to find a roughly around about a 10th. Exactly a 10th. In the last 2 turns, will he be able to do it? And ODD Wicken's retired in the pits. And Jack Slater says, no, I've had enough. As Kieran's not going to make it out of Q1. Oh wait, no. No, he's not. The 2 CDR admins here in Tier 2 not making it out of Q1. Cameron Porter's run out of fuel. As Rhinosaurus is a 10th up already. Ah, 37 hundredths. That was off his last time. As Ronan now invalidates, now we'll go to Matey Boy, who is a 10th, just over a 10th up. Will he be able to make it out of Q1? No, he won't. He gets beaten by 64 hundredths of a second. So Kieran says, I hate this track, Snoop oversteer at the exit of 2 and I invalidated. As ODD Matthias says, go Wicken. ODD Wicken in P2 currently. Sky is now recharging. And Aiden is out of fuel. Really, Aiden? As Colin says in the Discord, both Thompsons being a B-Tech tonight. Colin, shush, you're not even meant to be there. You're meant to be here in the comms box for me. And it is Wicken in P2, Cameron Porter P3, Kelpie P4, Rhinosaurus P5, Almond Plays in 6th, Aiden Gray in 7th, Schnitzy in 8th, 9th we got Sky, Nico Rosberg in 10th, 11th Paranoid, 12th Mechanical, 13th Red Dog, 14th Cami, 15th Matthias, and then Drop Zone, Matey Boy, Scotty 15, Jack Slater, Kieran and Clay. As Kieran says, this track can suck it. Kieran says he has a point though. As Wicken says, got a cramp with 4 kilometers left of cycling as well. Ooh. Unlucky Noah. As Colin says, 1,000th between me and Paranoid. Ooh. And now in Q2 we'll see where strategies will play out. Who's going to go for the medium? Red Dog is. So is El Jobbo. As Cammy says, I think we can officially take away my Mr. Saturday license if Mechanical is going faster than me. Oof. Who is the first driver out? It is Cameron Porter. Not many people deciding for the medium tyre. With Aiden Gray just behind. Aiden sticking to the back of Cameron as Aiden spins and he's out. So there's our first out from Tier 2 in Q2. As ODD Matthias says, can you invite me to the lobby to spectate? Unfortunately, I cannot, because it's just go into the YouTube, go into the About section and go to the Discord and join Discord, and we can see from there from now. But unfortunately, as of right now, I can't, I'm afraid, as Cameron sets his Cameron coming up to do his first lap, and give me 2 seconds. As Cameron comes out of 13 and towards 14 and sets a 54.764. As we go round turn 17 with Cameron, with Red Dog, I believe that is not that far behind, who is on an invalidated lap. Cameron Porter sets a 1:21.651. That's more like it. A 15.961 from Mechanical. A 16.178 from Colby Schnitzy. A 1:15.450. As we got Nico Rosberg coming up to turn 10. And it's a 50.914 for Nico Rosberg in sector 2, and Nico hasn't got a helmet. I wonder if ODD Wiccan's got a helmet. Don't worry, there's nobody behind you, Nico. As Kieran said, Mechanical is rapid round here. He's only lost a tier 3 win in January due to doing a space. Yes. As Nico Rosberg sets a 1:18.622. We'll have a look how El Jobbo does. And Cameron Porter, 8 thousandths quicker than Schnitzy, sets a 1:15.442. El Jobbo going round and sets a 50.610 in the second sector. Watch the exit of 15, an easy place to invalidate here in qualifying. And how does he do going to the line? A 1:59 puts him P3. Let's have a look how the Mercedes counterpart, he's validated. As Mechanical says, thanks for the reminder, Kieran. Yes. Just what Mechanical needs. As we got Paranoid, P3 with a 1 minute 15.728. So far in the top 10, we've only got El Jobbo on the mediums and Nico Rosberg. How is Roland Saurus faring up, coming out of turn 4? And into 5 and out of 6. And it's a 24.588 in the first sector for Ronan. Oh, Ronan getting a lot of oversteer out of the corner. And there's a 52 something. As we've got Matthias setting a 1:18.806 in the first lap for him. Aiden Gray says, is the damage on simulation or something? Because I have no clue how that retired me. You went into the wall curb, like at an angle, which took your front left wheel off, if that helps at all. So we'll stick on with Ronan Saurus in P12. Into 5 and out of 6 and invalidates. That's not what you want to be doing, Ronan. And ODD Wicken hasn't got a helmet either. So now I've figured out what that glitch is actually from. It's when people join late. And it's a 24.370 for ODD Wicken in the first sector. As we come up to turn 9 with ODD Wicken. As Matthias says, go Wicken. And Aiden says, I know, I just didn't think it was enough to retire. Oh well, not to dwell. Still got the race. Indeed you have. As ODD Wicken comes to the line, and it's a 1:15.636. Puts in P3. Red Dog, who is on invalidated lap. Nico Rosberg, as Colby comes in with a 1:15.348. Nico Rosberg setting himself up for a new lap. Or is he going to come into the pits? He's coming into the pits. Armand Plays, whose time at the moment is a 1:17.733. And is improved by almost a second already by switching over to the soft tyre. Tracks only got 4 drivers out currently. As Matthias says, bad lap from Wicken. Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't seen Wicken's times around here. Armin 1.5 seconds up as he comes out of 15. Purple second sector for Wicken, and ODD Wicken goes P1 in Q2 as Armin Plays comes round the last corner and goes a 1:15.715, good enough for P6. Red Dog letting Armin past, as well as Ronan, who is on an out lap. We got Colby going into the pits, and ODD Wicken just taking his time. So far in the drop zone, we got Sky, Cammy, Nico, and Ronan. As Wicken gets himself nicely to the pits. I doubt he's going to go for a third lap. No. Takes himself into the pits. So who is the first driver? It was Armin. But Ronan Saurus, who is now on the soft tyre, unless he was on the softs already. And into turns 5 and 6. And Noah Wicken says, the worst is that I lost 2/10 out of the last corner. Oh, that is unlucky. And into turns 12 and 13 for Ronan. And he sets a 50.428 in the second sector. What will he do as he comes to the line? It's a 15.773 for Ronan. And that puts Red Dog into the drop zone. There's Nico Rosberg coming out of turns 15, but I think he's just recharging to get himself going. As Aiden says, you can't be joking. With what? As Cammy is now on a lap. As Aiden meant, you can't be serious, and Wicken says, I don't have 7 more tenths. Nice to know. Who is on a lap in the red drop zone? Mechanikov, half a second up already. As ODD Wicken retires in the pits. But so does Cameron Poulter. And what will Colin do as he comes around the last corner? It's a 15.636. Kami sets a 15.981. As Sky now sets himself up for a new lap. Aljobo, who is still on the medium tyre. Sets a 24.7818 in the first sector, 2.5 tenths slower. As the track becomes very busy, Paranoid comes in with a 15.286 to go P1. Kami is just over a 10.5 quicker in the second sector. So can he knock out Aljobo, who is not that far behind him? As Kami comes up to the line, it is a 15.819 for Kami, and Aljobo is done. That is both Ferraris out for the first time this season. As Guy comes in with a 1:15.2. That is all you get, is a 1:15.2. As Red Dog comes into the pits, and Nico Rosberg, the last driver. As Aljobo says, forgot to put the soft tyre on. Oh no. What a nightmare. So that is it. We are losing Aljobo, Red Dog, Nico Rosberg and Aiden Gray in Q2. Oh, and Cammy. You can never forget Cammy. But it's Sky who takes P1 in Q2. But as I said, yeah, Cammy, El Jobbo, Red Dog, Nico and Aiden Gray not making it. So that is both Ferraris out in Q2 for the first time in 3 races. But there are a couple teams with both cars, I believe. Yeah, both McLarens, both Alpines, and that is it. Who's going to be the one to adventure out first? It is Armin Plays, who just sneaks. As Cammy said, three Q3s in a row I've missed. What's happening to me? I'm not sure. You better ask yourself that. As Armin has invalidated his lap already. As we come up to turn 9 with Armin. Everyone but ODD Wicken and Colby out on track at the moment. Cameron spacing himself out away from Armin, who's going to set the first lap of Q3 here at Imola. Here at Imola. As we go now down towards turn 1. What will Armin do in the first sector? It's going to be a roughly around about 24.4. Yep. 24.407. As we come up to turn 9, with Cameron going very far back behind, giving Armin all the space he wants. As I miss Armin's sector 2 time. As the second car is now Paranoid. And Armin sets a 15.608. Paranoid invalidating. As well as Cameron. As well as Mechanical. But not as well as Ronan. Well done, Ronan. Ronan letting Schnitzy past for the for the bit of a toe, I believe. And Schnitzy a 1:14.995. That is quick. That is very, very quick. As Ronan now sets a 24.427, a tenth slower than his first lap. So let's see where Ronan made a mistake, because it wasn't in the first sector. Might have been second. Yes, it was the second sector. A 50.427 for Ronan in the second sector, and he invalidates on the exit of 15 again. As Matthias sets a 50.3 in the second sector. We're in the car number 2 for Matthias. And he goes over the line with a 15.264. As Colby comes up to turn 17. As we go to the DRS line, that's a 122.880 for Colby. We've got ODD Wicken setting himself up for a lap. Matthias 0.3 slower in the first sector, but that is because he has turned his ERS off. Next driver to set a lap will be Mechanical, unless Colby is now on a new lap. Yes, he is. His ERS draining. As we come up to turn 12 and 13. That's a 50.220 in the second sector. That is quick. Matthias done a 50.3 or 50.3. Somewhere on those lines, so this is going to be a mega quick lap for Colby. That's a 15.352. So we'll see how Mechanical's doing now. It's 24.383 in the first sector as we come up to turn 13. And it's a 50.279 in the second sector. Is he going to split Matthias and Colby? As ODD Wicken goes in with a 15.398. Mechanical at 15.548. As we've got Sky in the pits with a 16.091 as he's just exiting. Ronan Saurus getting himself setting himself up for a new lap, heating his tyres, making sure they're at their stickiest. As Ronan gets himself going. So we've got a comment coming through from Matthias. Wicken's got a good lap going. Ooh, let's have a look as he goes round the final corner. That's a 115.154. Splits Schnitzy and Matthias. Ronan 84 hundredths of a second away from his time as Colby has left the session. Sure, one of the others will send him a new invite. As Ronan comes up, and it's a 50.345. There you go, Ronan. That's how you take the exit of 15. And what will Ronan's lap be? It's 115.703. Overtakes Sky in P8. And Sky's 3/10 up in the first sector with Matthias behind him, who is on an outlap. To go around turn 10 with Sky in 11, 12 and 13. Sky a 49.973 in the second sector. That is rapid. As ODD Matthias says, I've joined the Discord and only see 4 channels. Anyone know why? A owner will be in touch after races, because both owners are in tier 1 and 2, which race on a Friday evening. So once they're finished, they will get going with that. And Sky a 15.081. Cameron Poulter on a lap with a 24.45 in the first sector. Paranoid a 15.321. Cameron Poulter very cleanly through to turn 10. Wicken sets a purple first sector from Matthias, as he suddenly slows down. A 50.195 for Cameron Poulter in the second sector. And that's not what you need with 35 seconds on the clock, Cameron. Colby won't be back. He had to leave. Oh no. As ODD Wicken now comes out of 6 and sets a 24.242. As ODD Wicken a 48 something 4/10 up, 3/4 up in the second sector. Will he be able to overtake Schnitzy in first for pole? Can he do it? Yes, he can. A 14.857, which is identical to my time in practice yesterday. As Sky comes around the last corner, giving it his all, as he takes P3 with a 1 minute 15.046. So that is ODD Wicken on pole. So it is ODD Wicken on pole, followed by Schnitzy and Sky in the McLarens. Matthias in 4th in the Mercedes. 5th, Armin. 6th, Paranoid. 7th, Colby. 8th, Ronan Saurus. 9th, Mechanical, and Cameron Porter, who unfortunately didn't get to set a lap. As we now wait for lights out. As we now see people's strategies coming into play. As the sun is shining on the Italian circuit. As everyone now on the grid. So just have a look at people's tyres. El Jobbo, Nico Rosberg, Scotty, Jax, Slater, Kieran and Clay all on the medium tyre. Everybody else on the soft for this 32 lap race. As we come out of turn 7. As we come out of turns 14 and 15, as we now set up with Matthias, who is just warming his tyres up. Everyone coming to the line. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're away for lap 1. Schnitzy not getting the best of start, neither has ODD Wicken, and he is now defending from Sky into turn 2. As Nico Rosberg is out. And we got a VSC straight off the bat. Aiden Gray overtaking El Jobbo. As Nico Rosberg is out on lap 1. As the VSC should be ending soon. And Mechanical says stupid track limits, and Ham says McLaren rules. How long is the VSC gonna last? It's lasted for a lap. And there we go, track's green. Is Matthias gonna send it round the outside? Gets a little bit of wheel spin, and that puts Schnitzy into view. Armin not that far behind. To come up to turn 12 and 13. As Scotty and Cammy's into the pits. Both put on a fresh set of mediums. As Aiden trying to hunt down Ronansaurus. Mechanical takes fastest lap. No, Aiden Gray. A 119.55. 119.155, yeah. As DRS has now been enabled. Aiden thinking going round the outside of Ronan. Can't quite make the move, but there is a little bit of contact. As ODD Wickham picks up. Round the outside goes Schnitzy at turn 7. Not a bad little scrap happening here. With Matthias and Schnitzy. With Armin not that far behind. Matey Boy closing behind Colby. As Kieran overtakes Jack Slater. And that gap has now become 3.7 seconds. Make that 4 seconds to Red Dog. So Kieran's just got nothing but clean air in front of him. As Jack Slater sends it round the outside. But now Kieran's got DRS on Matey Boy. As Matthias is now out. And he's in the middle of the track. Make sure everyone avoids that. We got a safety car. So Scotty and Cammy will be able to catch up to the rest of the grid as Scott pulls it into the pits again. As Clay DNFs. That's at turn 7. How can you DNF at turn 7? I guess we'll find out now. As Cammy just comes up to him. He was right on the edge as Cammy hasn't got that much fuel. Anyone not got that much fuel in? No, it's just Cammy who's underfueled. As ODD Wickham pits for the mediums. Bit of an early stop for Wickham. As Clay says, just call me stupid because I am. Ooh. As the safety car comes out of 13. As we just wait for Cammy and Scotty to catch up. And ODD Matthias says the Wiccan master plan. I guess so, as El Jobber gets extremely close to Mechanical. As we just wait for Scotty to catch up now. As I believe safety car would be in this lap once Scott catches up. And Wiccan asks if he could overtake Colby since he's not in the lobby. No, you can't. You've got to wait until you can after the safety car. As we should get safety car in this lap as it comes up. As Aiden Gray picks up a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Schnitzy. Penalties so far is Jack Slater on 3 and Aiden Gray on 5. With Kieran going from P19 to P7 in 7 laps. As we now are away. As Aljabo not that far behind Mechanical. As Cammy picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As Sky gets overtaken by Cameron Poulter. And was now going to try it round the outside. And doesn't quite make it, but Cameron Poulter's going to try and get through somewhere. As Kieran picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As there is now a bit of a scrap for P9. Well, P8. Can put the going round the outside of Jack Slater at turn 17. Oh! Multiple pieces of carbon fibre. As Jack Slater gets a little throttle happy and doesn't give Cameron space. As El Jobbo Not that far behind Mechanical. Mechanical, not that far behind Paranoid. A Sky and Cameron Porter still in the pits. So I'm just gonna have a look at these two. Sky and Cameron Porter. "31 seconds the gap to Aiden Gray. As DRS is now being enabled. How did Jack Slater not get any damage? As Cammy coming to the back. As Matey Boy loses position to Kieran. As Scotty 15's DNF'd. And that is out of turn 4, and there is a safety car. And will Aiden be able to get out before Cameron? No. But will there be some more strategies coming into play? As we got a couple more comments coming through. As ODD Matthias says, is safety car element increased? No. No, it's on regular. I'll let you know what the safety car is on now. Safety cars are on reduced. As El Jobbo now takes the lead, with Red Dog and Kieran not that far behind. As Matthias says, 2 safety cars on 1 VSE. Yeah. Imola's not a nice track for these cars. As we got one more lap of safety car and then it should be coming in. As Colby catches up. Sky down in P13 after being collected in the little incident between Cameron and Jack Slater. And I'll be back now in 2 seconds. Okie dokie, I'm back as Cameron Poulter is on the back of Sky as Sky is overtaking him at the safety car restart. CDR Kieran on the back of Red Dog as well for a battle of P2. As we come now to turn 17 with still 20 laps remaining. As Jack Slater picks up another 3-second time penalty. We've got Kieran on 3, Camimo and Jack Slater on 6, and Cameron Poulter on 5 seconds. Let's go further up the grid with Roland Saurus, who is on the back of Schnitzy, thinking of a move. And does make the move on Schnitzy. With Armin not that far behind. As we come up to turns 14 and 15 with Ronan. As Kieran's gone all the way down to the back. What happened there? Kieran, stop doing donuts. As DRS is enabled. As Schnitzy goes round the outside of turns 2, 3 and 4. Armin thinking of a move into 5 and 6. And he does make that move. As Jada says, come on Red Bull, as Matthias says Red Bull spun, he spun in Aqua Mineralis in front of Wiccan. Yes, that would have been Kieran. As Paranoid getting a bit squirrely in front of Red Dog, as Colin right on the very back of Red Dog trying to get past. As Sky gets past Cammy. So I'll ride on board with Sky for a minute. Tyres please from Steve. We've got Red Dog, Colby on the softs, Jack Slater on the hard, everybody else on mediums. As Rhinosaurus picks up 3-second time penalty. And what will Sky do out of 13? A lot quicker than Red Dog out of 13. Can Sky make a move into the final 2 turns? Not quite. But he has got DRS from Red Dog. Runs Camimo into the pits. And Sky safely past Red Dog and is now hunting down Mechanical. Schnitzy on the back of Ronansaurus, still trying to get past. As we will carry on with this battle, as Red Dog gets overtaken by Cameron Porter as well. Schnitzy picks up a 3-second time penalty. Ronan, Schnitzy, Paranoid, Aiden, Kieran are all on 3. Cammy, Jack Slater are on 6, and Cameron Porter on 8 seconds of penalties. As Schnitzy finally overtakes Ronan and starts the hunt for ODD Wicken. Mechanical chasing Paranoid all over again. Remember boys, it's not tier 3 anymore, it's tier 2. That's Mechanical trying his best to stay within touching distance. As Sky now closes in 8/10 behind Mechanical, as we now get DRS as we're on board with Mechanical. Mechanical clearly having higher wings than Paranoid, as Mechanical goes for a move that cannot be made. Sky trying to do what Colin couldn't do, and that is get past Paranoid. Will he be able to, with 14 laps left of this race? El Jobbo with a 4.5 second gap. Sky now 7/10 behind Paranoid, and Paranoid at 1.1 seconds away from Ronan. What? Is Sky gonna have enough track to get past Paranoid? No, he is not. Has Paranoid somehow picked up DRS? Ronansaurus right on the back of Armin, who are all battling for that final podium position. Six-tenths now with the gap between Armin and Ronan, with Schnitzy slowly but surely getting closer to ODD Wicken, as Mechanical picks up his first 3-second time penalty. Will Ronan be able to attack Armin to try and get past? No, he cannot get close enough. As Cammy now on the back of Kieran and shows Kieran what last of the late breakers really means. Sky on the back of Paranoid still. Just recharging that ERS. Paranoid 3/10 away from Ronan. Sky slowly gaining 5.5 tenths now the gap, 6 tenths now the gap. Sky just trying to keep up whilst Paranoid is trying to get past Ronan and can't quite do so. A Snitzy on the back of ODD Wiccan all of a sudden. As Aiden Gray's been shunted off by the looks. ODD Wiccan with 13% of battery left, whereas Snitzy only has 14, so they've got roughly about the same percentage. And this is a battle for second place with 11 laps to go. These tyres should be going off by now, as El Jobbo has put 20 laps on his tyres. 21 laps. As Schnitzy pulls to the outside and comfortably overtakes ODD Wiccan. As Ronansaurus finally gets past Paranoid. And Sky as close as can be. Sky gonna try it round the outside of Paranoid into turn 7. But is he gonna lose out to Cameron? No, he is not. We've got 10 laps left. We've got a comment coming through. As Steve says, has everyone pitted? I believe everyone's pitted. Kieran hasn't. Kieran is yet to pit, as well as El Jobbo. "22 laps on medium tyres." As Ronansaurus on the back of Paranoid now. And Cameron Porter right on the back of Sky and is not going to make a move. As Kieran jumps into the pits for a set of softs. Now a safety car would help out Kieran massively. As Aiden Gray's whacked on a set of softs as well. As Red Dog picks up 3 seconds of penalties. So we got Aiden just driving in his own little world. As could we have a double overtake on Schnitzy? As Kieran picks up 3 seconds, and that is El Jobbo, who has jumped into the pits and gets the move sorted. That is ODD Wicken into the lead with Armin in second. Sky in sixth, still trying to get past Paranoid. But can't quite get past. With 8 laps now remaining. As we got a comment come through, as ODD Matthias says, can you check tyres? Yes, I can. Armin is on 13 lap old tyres, ODD Wicken on 18. Aljabo on a fresh set of softs. So is Kieran. As we're going to go 3 wide. A Sky trying to make a move past Paranoid, but cannot quite make it. Copy, yes, yeah, crack on, jump into your car, mate. As Sky still trying to get past Paranoid, but can't quite make it. Armin and Wicken have now switched places again. As Aiden Gray picks up the fastest lap. And ODD Wicken getting slow out of 13. As Kieran now picks up the fastest lap, a 16.783. Armin will have DRS. And has copy, and here we go. Will Armin have enough space? Will he go around the outside of ODD Wicken? No, he will not. He cannot get past. As Sky gets past Paranoid, and give me 2 seconds. That is Cameron Poulter, who is DNF'd into the pits. Schnitzy on the back of Armin. And Cameron says 3 races in and been taken out every race. Lovely. Put it into the incidents page at the end of the race when it opens, and the stewards will have a look. And Armin and Wicken have a good old scrap with now 6 laps remaining. As Paranoid gets DRS and Sky's not going to defend it. Paranoid's just going to go round the outside very comfortably, and Armin is now into the lead. As Schnitzy's tyres are giving him grief. 21 lap old mediums. As Armin now tries to pull away from Wicken with 5 laps left. My current driver of the day is going to be Armin. 5th to 1st. First win that I know of. Great battle at the front, and that is my driver of the day so far. As Schnitzy does not get any DRS from Wicken, but Wicken gets DRS from Armin. And is there going to be a change of lead once again? Yes, it is. As we go into turn 2. Paranoid now getting involved with Schnitzy. Everyone now scoring a point. Penalties now. We've got Kieran on 12, Aiden on 17, Red Dog on 3, Cammy on 9, Jax, Ronan and Mechanical on 6, Paranoid and Schnitzy in 6th with 6, and ODD Wickham with 3 seconds of penalties. The gap now 2 seconds from 1st to 4th. As Paranoid clearly has got lower wings than Schnitzy. And Armin picks up 3 seconds. That throws a little bit of... That'll throw a little bit of a spanner in the works. Front 4, I think, all have 3 seconds apart from ODD Wicken and Armin now have to battle it on track. As Sky's now 6/10 behind Paranoid. As Paranoid doesn't get a quick getaway. And Paranoid too far away. ODD Wicken and Armin having a good scrap for that win. Not much ERS between them. Run about 5-6%. There's no Sky joins in with that battle for 1st. Mechanical picks up another 3-second time penalty due to track limits. Schnitzy picks up another 3 seconds. Kieran picks up another 3 seconds. So there's now Schnitzy on 9 seconds of penalties. And that will put Sky into 3rd place. As Kieran picks up the fastest lap with a 16.137. Will ODD Wicken be able to get close enough to Armin? No, he does not. But Schnitzy is on the back of Paranoid. with mechanical on the back of Matey Boy. As we now go to the front again as Armin 9/10 away from Wicken, giving it his all to try and break that DRS, but he can't quite. Oh, I think he's just sneaked it. 1/1000th of a second. Yes, he has, by 2/1000ths of a second. ODD Wicken has no longer got DRS on Armin on the final lap here at Imola. Will Schnitzy be able to get, as El Jobber suddenly comes up to P5. That may throw a little bit of... Ooh. Because with the penalties, that will put El Jobbo into P3. Yeah. Ooh. I'll have a look at that. As El Jobbo steaming away, getting as close as he can to Schnitzy. Will El Jobbo overtake Schnitzy? No, he does not. But it does improve El Jobbo to P3. Less than 1/10 away to P2. As we now wait for those to cross the line. Jack Slater P9, Cammy P10, Aiden as we wait for Red Dog goes to P12. And that is it. Armin 86 picks up the win, and El Jobbo, yeah, I think I am going to give it to El Jobbo. As Wicken says, GG's though. Yeah, it is what it is. But it is Armin Plays who takes P1 from P5. El Jobbo, P12 to P3, picking up 9 positions. And we will have a couple words with our winner, Armin 86, in just a second. And I will send Armin a But yeah, my driver of the day has to be El Jobbo. P12 to P3. I have Chloe. Don't shout at me. as we just wait for Armin to come in. And here is our race winner, Armin Plays. Good evening, Armin.
Good evening, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good. That was an amazing battle with ODD Wicken for that win.
Yeah, that was a crazy battle. We were going each lap. We were just overtaking each other on DRS. Shout out to Wicken. He proper pushed me. And then once I got a penalty in the last few laps, and then I just had to push it just to like be safe from I think it was El Jobo or someone who didn't have a penalty. So
yeah, El Jobo and Sky didn't have a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it, but yeah, I think El Jobo was on fresh softs as well.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, your pit stop.
I pitted under the second safety car. I came up behind quite a few people, but yeah, things just went in my favour. I think just because like El Jobo I think he started at the medium, then just kept going.
Yeah.
So he had to pit at one point, and then the people in front of me were fighting, so I was gaining on them, and then I was just waiting for them to make a mistake, and I'll just go through. And then somehow I ended up in first position.
Is this your first win with CDR?
Second win actually. I won Brazil last week.
Ah, right, yeah. Yeah. Well,
But that one I won it due to penalties because Cameron Ball had a like 12-second penalty. This one I think that I actually deserved it.
oh yeah, 100% mate. Your battle with Wicken was absolutely extreme.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off now.
Yep,
Thank
not
you
a
so
problem.
much, Ninja.
Not a problem.
See you later, guys. Great race as well. Great. GG everyone. GG everyone. It was really good.
And that was our race winner of Armin Plays. But anyways, I've been CDR Ninja. This has been Imola in Tier 4. Tier 4? Season 4 with Tier 2. And I'll see you with Tier 3 on Sunday.